way down the track.
Peter Kent first. Peter Kent, son. They're gonna do the antique buggy that always breaks down. That's the Peter Kent. And I like that. It's probably got an Alice Chalmers boiler. Yeah. I think Freckles is coming and the Rustler's coming. There's the antique buggy. They're not going to do the steam engines first. Hey!
Alrighty, our first item in the parade here is this little horseless carriage that was built in 2011 by Rich McKee and his students of Washington Township, New Jersey, owned by John McKee, Seven Valleys, Pennsylvania. Thank you. And then we got the steam engines coming here. First one here is the Peter Kent engine, upright boiler built on an Alice Chalmers frame here.
It is built on Alice Chalmers frame, right?
From years ago. Peter Kent and Sons, Newport, Rhode Island, operated by the grandkids. Thanks for coming.
Oh, there's the boss. That's the Russells. The boss. The boss.
They got it off the shingle.
Next engine here is a Russell engine built in Massillon, Ohio. Russell 13 horsepower, owned by the B-Seckers, and operated by Chef Knob today. This Russell is an early engine.
Told you it's Chef Knob.
Built in 1901. And beautiful engine. Somebody said once about that cow on the side of the tank there called the boss. They kind of wondered why he has his tail.
Usually it's going to be put in the middle of the steam engines.
Next one is the Frick engine. Frick was built in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Very, very popular engine here in Pennsylvania. Many were used for...
The Frick factory's here in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania.
They also built a long, successful line of
gas tractors
too. So
and gas tractors.
One of our many Fricks. We're happy to see that come down the track here. And anyhow, this is a 1927 Frick, 8.5 by 10, owned by Rough and Tumble.
Operated by the guy from Federalsburg. Yay!
Euclid Model FD, built 1949, powered by 671 GM, owned by Dave Mullen of Denver, Pennsylvania.
Denver, Pennsylvania. That's where we were at one time in Denver.
Hey, look, there's the roller.
There's the roller. That's the Buffalo Springfield roller. That's Freckles. 18030. That's the.
Another Frick engine coming down the track here.
That's gonna roll out the stuff.
This engine is also owned by the B-Seckers, and this is being operated by one of our younger operators here, Ali Askell.
Ali Askell.
Getting very involved in this in a hurry, and the owner, Andrea B-Secker, is riding on behind, and I think we have Andrea and Andrea Jr. there, right? Hey, thanks for bringing her down.
Good job.
Frick, 8.5 by 10, built 1916. And here we have a 10-ton Buffalo Springfield steamroller, also owned by Rough and Tumble. Also operated operated by one of our younger folks there. Glad to see our young folks being involved in this.
I done just never been in the parade. They put her in the parade.
Another brick
Now they're
engine.
coming. Now they're coming.
That's Jamie Hall's. I don't even know who Jamie Hall is.
Ricky Clips.
What?
Also built in Waynesboro,
He's
Pennsylvania,
Tuckahoe.
owned by the
He's a
Ivan
Tuckahoe
Zimmerman
guy?
family.
Yeah. He lives. Well, his parents live in Churchill.
1921. 8.5 by 10. Thank you.
And Kyle Henniger is operating
Alrighty, another Ricky Clips coming down here.
with the Goofy.
Thank you, Hollis.
They got Nerf brick coming down.
Also a single cylinder.
Got more. Single cylinder.
Okay, owned by Jamie Hall, built 1960.
Do the funky whistle.
Alrighty, Alice Chalmers. Here is part of our feature. Alice Chalmers D10. This was the smallest in the D line. This is also a high crop
There's a case.
D10 there.
That's the case I was talking
See
about.
it a little bit larger. Wheels there.
Sounds like a
Chalmers
banshee almost.
D12. Also owned by Little Redneck Service. Alice
Sounds like
Chalmers
the,
D19.
There was a train that was sold at the Strasburg Railroad. It was number 4.
The D19 diesel.
It was a,
wheel
it was a,
tractor with a turbo.
a
factory
Camelback.
built turbo. This D19 diesel was built 1961. Owned by
sounds
Little
like that.
Redneck Service of Quarryville, Pennsylvania.
Steam engines are still coming.
Yeah, they couldn't stop them.
This is a special engine here, a very, very early case engine, case cinder crank engine.
Wow,
It's
they
probably
got,
about the next to oldest engine here on our showgrounds, built in 1892, owned by Glenn Zimmerman of New Holland, Pennsylvania. And here we have a scale model coming.
that's a little engine, baby engine. It has a weird funky stack.
Good illustration again of young operators getting involved.
And the Baker engine's
we like
coming
our
down
young
the track.
people getting involved. That's the future
Baker
of our
engine.
shows. This
80
scale
Baker.
model here is a
The rumblings mixed in.
half scale of a 65 horsepower, and this was built in 1981, also owned by Glenn Zimmerman of New Holland.
I remember,
Thanks, boys, for bringing it.
I remember one of the Zimmermans owned steam engines.
Another brick engine.
I think one of the Zimmermans used to own some of these.
Also owned by the Ivan Zimmerman family.
Ivan Zimmerman was the one who owns that. I remember they saying that on the DVD. That's a nice brick.
Okay, 8.5 by 10, built 1917. Okay, roughly 2040 Model D, built 1923, owned by Trevor Kulingo of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. This is your earlier Rumbly. You can see the channel iron frame there. They were built there for a while, and then the next one coming up here has the pressed steel frame.
Susan's
And,
operating that one.
This one here is probably
Yeah.
about the most powerful Rumbly on the ground here.
Susan's operating
4060.
4060.
Okay, owned by Keith Kulingo, and it's operated by Susan Stan.
Susan Stant.
Another Rumbly coming here. 2040 Model C, 1923. Owned by Cindy Farmer of Paradise, Pennsylvania.
They're all having their tongue.
And then we have another Rumbly coming here, driven here by Keith Kulingo himself. 2540 Model X,
That's the way to cook.
1928.
day out.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Prairie Combine here in tow
Yeah,
here.
they're closing the day out
Beautiful unit there.
Closing the show out
with whistles.
with whistles.
Next we have the big boy coming here, the 3060 Model E. Those were, one of the most impressive heavy prairie tractors
I
there.
didn't know Corey owns that one. But Corey owns that one. Might own that one. Yeah.
Also
take a
looks like
video.
Keith
I'll get a
Boudreaux,
screenshot
built
of
in
it. I'll send it.
1912. The interesting thing is, your gray, probably up front there was 10 more horsepower than this one. Alrighty, Minneapolis Moline, Minneapolis 3570, built in 1924, owned by William McGrew of Keymar, Maryland. These Minneapolis tractors were your lesser known prairie tractors. Nevertheless, they also played a part in history. We have a few more steam engines coming down here. A.D. Baker engine from Swanson, Ohio.
Yeah, I like it. I thought
Beautiful
like
engine, these Bakers, yes.
there's the IG Type C.
Okay, 16 horsepower. He's operated by Wyatt. Thank you. Another Frick coming here.
That's owned by the Supers.
I believe this might be the Supers engine.
It is the Supers engine.
15 Frick, 7.5 by 9. Owned by the Supers family of Sutler's Mill, Maryland.
And Dave's on there, Supers.
International Type C, spring cool. 20 horsepower, built 1912. Unique cooling system there. Pumps water down over the screen there. And the atmospheric cooling there works pretty good. But if
Yeah, from
you give
Minneapolis
me a lot
on,
of
you're gonna have to do screenshots
Yeah.
and send them to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
hate when that happens when everybody's looking.
He's stuck. He's not moving. Is he stuck or not stuck? There you go. Come on, got this. Don't get weighted out.
Again. What an anxious moment there. This one here only has one cylinder to hit on, so if that cylinder fails, you're dead. From the oil pool, 1530 Model F, built 1915, Soul Food family.
I already know this.
Single cylinder.
There's a Shepherd diesel. I'll get a picture of that and send it.
Yeah.
Here we got another oil pool coming here, driven here by Chester Soul Food.
Chester Stoltz Foos.
1428, built 1914. As you can see, that's the earlier cell. Yes? Thank you, Chester. Alrighty. Next one we got coming here is one of our Shepherd tractors, and this was one of our featured displays. Shepherd was built here in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
That's
And
cool.
This is a Shepherd.
Didn't know they were built in Hanover.
built
Just like the
in
Green Bean Company.
1949, owned by
Hanover Green Beans is in
Kevin
Hanover.
Yep.
finest of York, Pennsylvania. Thanks for bringing them. Next is a Massey Ferguson 35, built in 1963, owned by Steve Doors of Middleborough, Mass. And here's my little buddy coming. This is Ethan Kearney. He's a great operator. He can operate it just like the big guys. Oliver OC3, built in 1953. Ethan is from Morgantown, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Ethan.
I didn't know there was a Morgantown, Pennsylvania, just like West Virginia.
As I stated, these have full view of the cultivating. There's no reason to run down any plants with the Model G. Built 1951, owned by Jamie Ebersol of Marytown, Pennsylvania.
Marathon.
All right,
That's a
over
weird name.
2844.
That's
Owned
Walt
by,
Wilson on the Oliver.
Yep, it's,
The second Oliver. Right behind it.
oh, he said his name is Harlan. Okay. I wasn't sure on that for a while, Harlan. I know you have a couple of different faces sometimes.
Pump, pump.
Owned by Harlan Wood of Middletown, New York. Thank you, Harlan. Oliver, Super 88. Hey, this is operated here and owned by our president, Walt Wilson of Lewis, Delaware. Built in 1957.
He's from Delaware. He's
Thank
not
you,
from
Walt.
Pennsylvania.
Massey Ferguson 175. Built in 1968. Stephen Stolzfus, Parkersburg, Pennsylvania.
Parkersburg, that's the same place where
And here we have a John Deere
Roger
D
lives.
coming. He's flying the colors. John Deere D built in 1927, owned by David Goldhorn of Proctorville, Pennsylvania. John Deere 420, owned by built 1956, 420 utility, built 1956, owned by the Waterloo Boys of here in Ginsburg, Pennsylvania. And next we have another Romley. As you notice, this is the later one with the pressed steel frame there. They were built right up to the end until Alice Chalmers bought the company.
Alice Chalmers bought the company too.
Romley, a 2540 Model X, also owned by the Stolzfus family, but this time from Mountain City, Indiana. Marvel F20 in its work clothes and on round spoke rubber. Built 1936, owned by Travis Hawk of Garvin, Pennsylvania. Case model VAC. Built in 1948. The exhibitor, no, the exhibitor's name. Okay, Cameron, okay. And he's from West Virginia. Thanks
West
for bringing it.
Virginia. I came away.
Marvel International 660. Diesel. Those were some heavy-duty tractors there. Built in 1963. And this is okay, International Harvester, Chapter 8 here, hosted. Thank you. 1963. Was the biggest one in the line at the time. Marvel Super C. Built in 1953, owned by Philip Edwards of Comfortville, Pennsylvania. That one's got a cab on with all the comforts of home there.
I guess they're gonna end off with some guard truck.
We got a John Deere
Yeah, up there
70
they
coming
end.
here, built in
Yeah.
1955, owned by Ellis Bird, Sr. of Corora, Maryland.
He came from Maryland.
And we have a John Deere 50 following here.
If I had a trailer, we could
Looks like he's got his
If I had a trailer, we would put some on.
Yeah.
puppy dog there, bodyguard. Friend. Built 1953, owned by Ellis Guard Sr. of Calora, Maryland. He looks pretty happy there. Marvel 400, built 1955, owned by Ellis Guard Jr. of Calora, Maryland. The Marvel 400 would replace the Super M. Marvel H.
Here comes your
Built
Johnny's.
1953 with the number 27 Moore, owned by Ellis Guard Sr. of Calora, Maryland. And here we have a Marvel A, built 1945, owned by Anthony and Harriet Saboda of Rehoboth, Mass. You're welcome. And a International 300 utility, built 1955. How you doing? Anthony and Harriet Saboda of Rehoboth, Mass. John Deere B with a full set of cultivators on there. Built in 1948, owned by John David King of Gordonville, Pennsylvania. John Deere H with an express wagon. Built in 1945, owned by John David King of Gordonville, Pennsylvania.
Cornville.
Looks like he's got his toolkit along there. John Deere A. 1952 John Deere A. And next we got a Ferguson coming up here. Ferguson TO20, built 1949, owned by Ken Bennett of Elverson, Pennsylvania. Alrighty, John Deere 212 lawn tractor here, owned by Will Belono of Exton, Pennsylvania. Thank you. And here we have I believe a Phoenix lawn tractor here, model S23, built 1968, Will Belono of Exton, Pennsylvania.
Last.
Marmo 200, built 1957, also owned by Will Belono of Exton. And next we have an Alice Chalmers coming here. Alice Chalmers Model C, built 1941, owned by Jonathan Kreiser of Kinsers, Pennsylvania. And now we have a few more lawn tractors here. Boland's H14, built 1975, owned by Kirk Burgess of Oxford, Pennsylvania. And next we have a Boland's coming here. Model G20, built 1984, Seth Burgess, Oxford, Pennsylvania.
Seth Burgess.
And we have a Cub Cadet.
He operates steam engines.
Model 105, built 1969, owned by Seth Burgess of Oxford, Pennsylvania. And next we have a Boland's Model G14, built 1953, Aiden Burgess, Oxford, Pennsylvania.
That's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our final parade of the reunion. Thank you all for coming out. We thank the good Lord for all this fine weather we had this week.
Not
and
too hot.
We hope to see you all the next time. Thanks.